Good morning, students. Let us continue with geography lesson number 1, resources and development. Before I begin, I want you all to take out your books and pen so that you can jot down some important points. Let's begin. Land resources. Land is a very important natural resource, isn't it, students? Land is a very important natural resource. What's the reason? Because it supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, various economic activities, transport and communication systems, etc. And due to all these reasons, land is a very important natural resource. Okay. And we need to use land judiciously. Why is it so, students? Because land is limited. As land is limited, it needs to be used with careful planning. Okay. Now students, India has land under a variety of relief features, isn't it? For example, plains, mountains, plateaus, etc. Let us learn more about this, okay? So under relief features, we are going to learn about plains, mountains and plateaus. Plain surface, it covers 43% of the total area of our country. Mountains cover 30% of the total area of the land, and plateau comprises of 27% of the total area of our country. Plains provide facilities for agriculture and industry. Mountains ensure perennial flow of rivers as well as tourism facility. And plateaus, they are the rich reserves of minerals, fossil fuels and forest. Hope it is clear, students. Now let us discuss about the land utilization. How land has been utilized. Okay. In India, land resources are used for the following purpose. Let us see. Number 1, forest. So some part of the land is covered with forest. Okay. Number 2, land not available for cultivation. In that we have barren and wasteland and land put to non-agricultural uses. Let us learn more about it. Barren and wasteland. First of all, students, what is the meaning of barren? Yes, it is infertile land. Okay, where the crops cannot be grown. Okay, students. So, barren land and wasteland includes rocky, arid and desert regions. Okay, and land put to non-agricultural uses. Okay, where cultivation is not done. They are used for construction of buildings, roads and factories. Okay, students. So, I hope it is clear. Land not available for cultivation. We have barren and wasteland as well as land put to non-agricultural uses. Other cultivated land. Under other cultivated land, we have land under miscellaneous tree crops groves. We have permanent pastures and grazing land. Also, culturable wasteland. Now let us learn more about it. Okay. Other cultivated land. Under this, first we have land under miscellaneous tree crops groves. Okay, group of trees. But this is not included in the net zone area. Why? Because we are not cultivating it, right? The trees are grown over here naturally. Okay, students. So land under miscellaneous tree crops groves. It is not included in the net zone area. Then we have permanent pastures and grazing land. I hope you know pastures and grazing land, right? The meaning of pastures and grazing land. The land which is covered with grass where the cattle can feed. Okay, students. And we have culturable wasteland. Okay, the land which can be cultivated but for time being it is not cultivated. Okay, it is left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years. Okay, students. Once again, culturable wasteland. The land which is left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years. Now you will ask me why it is done so. The answer is so that the land regains its fertility. Okay, students. So I hope this part is clear. Other cultivated land. Next is fallow land. Now under fallow land we have current fallow and other than current fallow. Okay, students. So let us learn more about this. Current fallow, the land which is left without cultivation for 1 or less than 1 agricultural year. Once again, current fallow, the land which is left without cultivation for one or less than one agricultural year. Okay, here the land is not cultivated for one or less than one agricultural year. And what about other than current fallow? The land which is left uncultivated for past 1 to 5 agricultural years. Okay, students, so what's the difference between current fallow and other than current fallow? Current fallow, the land is uncultivated, okay, for one or less than one agricultural year, whereas other than current fallow, the land is left uncultivated for past 1 to 5 agricultural years. And why it is done, students? Why is the land left uncultivated for a certain period of time? Yes, so that it regains its fertility. Okay. Next is net sown area. Now, net sown area represents an area in which total crops are grown only once in a year. You should remember this. Okay. It represents an area in which total crops are grown only once in a year. Okay, students. Net sown area is the total area sown. Total area where the cultivation has taken place. The pattern of net sown area varies greatly from one state to another. Some state the net sown area will be more, and in some state the net sown area will be less. Okay, students. Now let us try to understand the meaning of gross cropped area. Okay. Area sown more than once in an agricultural year. Now this is possible, right? Some farmers may grow certain crops more than once in a year, isn't it? So area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus the net sown area. We have already learnt about the net sown area, isn't it? So area sown more than once in an agricultural year plus net sown area is known as gross cropped area. I hope it is clear, students. Now let us try to revise these things once again. Okay. Type of land, current fallow land, other than current fallow land, and cultivable wasteland. And the number of years it is left uncultivated for. Let us revise this once again. Current fallow land, okay, the number of years it is left uncultivated for is less than or up to 1 year. You should remember this. Current fallow land less than or up to 1 year. What about other than current fallow land? Yes, it is more than 1 year. It is between 1 to 5 years. And what about cultivable wasteland? It is more than 5 years. Is that clear, students? Once again, current fallow land, number of years it is left uncultivated is for less than or up to 1 year. Other than current fallow land, number of years it is left uncultivated for is more than 1 year. It is between 1 to 5 years. And cultivable wasteland is more than 5 years. The land, okay, is uncultivated for more than 5 years. I hope it is clear, students. Let us revise gross cropped area. Okay, net sown area. Net sown area we have already learned. Area cultivated once in one agricultural year. So what is gross cropped area? Net sown area plus area cultivated more than once in one agricultural year. So when we add net sown area and the area cultivated more than once in one agricultural year, we get gross cropped area. I hope it is clear, students. Now let us talk about the land use pattern in India. Land use pattern in India depends on two factors. One is physical factor, the another one is human factors. Physical factors include climate, soil type, topography, etc. And human factors include population density, culture, traditions, technological capability, etc. Okay, students. Now, you all know that total geographical area of India, right? It is 3.28 million square kilometer. Last year you have studied this, right? So this can be asked for your MCQ, multiple choice questions. Total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. Okay. Land use data, however, is available only for 93%. Why is it so, students? Only for 93% the land use data is available. Let us try to understand. The land use reporting for most of the northeast states except Assam has not been fully done. And the another reason is some areas of Jammu and Kashmir, which is occupied by Pakistan and China, have also not been surveyed. So due to these reasons, the land use data is available only for 93%. Okay, students. Between 1960 to 61 and 2014 to 15, major changes took place in land use pattern. Let us see. Areas under forest is far less than 33%. Okay, which is necessary for maintenance of the ecological balance as per the National Forest Policy of 1952. Now, actually, as per this National Forest Policy of 1952, we should have 33% of forest. Okay, students, but we don't have this. Area under forest is far less than 33%. Okay, students, and the land under permanent pastures is very low and still decreasing. And you know, if the land under permanent pastures, okay, is decreasing, so what will be the consequences? The cattle will not get their feed, isn't it, students? And most of the other than the current fallow land are of poor quality, and the cost of cultivation of such land is very high. So students, these are the changes which took place in land use pattern between 1960 to 61 and 2014 to 15. Okay. Now let us talk about the net sown area in different states. The pattern of net sown area varies widely between different states. It is over 80% in Punjab and Haryana. Now why it is so, students? Why it is over 80% in Punjab and Haryana? Yes, due to the intensive agricultural facilities. Okay. And it is less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Why? Because they are hilly areas. Okay, students. So due to all these things, some states the net sown area is more and in some states the net sown area is less. I hope it is clear. 95% of basic needs, okay, for food, shelter and clothing are obtained from land, no doubt. 95% of basic needs, for example, food, clothing, shelter, we get from land only, right? So you can understand how important land is. Now let us try to understand the causes of land degradation. Okay, how the land is getting deteriorated. Let us see. The first reason is excessive use of fertilizers, okay, which makes the land infertile. Then we have mining, overgrazing, soil erosion and waterlogging, as well as deforestation. So all these leads to land degradation. Okay, students. In states like Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, deforestation due to mining have caused severe land degradation. So states like Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh, deforestation, that is clearing of forest, we can say, due to mining have caused severe land degradation. Mining sites are abandoned after excavation work is complete. Once the minerals are extracted, okay, these mining sites are left as it is, leaving deep scars and traces of overburdening, which leads to land degradation. Okay, students. In states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, where more number of nomads are there, okay, they have more livestock. Okay, students. So in states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, overgrazing is one of the main reasons for land degradation. Now grazing is okay, but overgrazing leads to land degradation. Okay, students. In states like Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh, over irrigation is responsible for land degradation. Okay, students, due to over irrigation, what happens? Water logging takes place, isn't it? And due to water logging, what happens? Water logging leads to increase in salinity and alkalinity in the soil. Again, land degradation takes place due to this. So students, I hope you have understood the reasons, okay, or the causes of land degradation. The mineral processing like grinding of limestone for cement industry and calcite and soapstone for ceramic industry generate huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. And these dust, it settles down on the land, which retards the process of infiltration of water into the soil. Now what do you mean by infiltration? Infiltration is a process by which water on the ground surface enters the soil. So students, I hope it is clear how this mineral processing leads to land degradation. Okay. In recent years, industrial effluents as waste have become a major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. You all know about this, right? Industrial effluents, the waste from the industries. Of course, they are the major source of land and water pollution in many parts of the country. Now students, we need to conserve land, isn't it, students? So let us see the conservation measures. Ways to conserve land resources. First is afforestation and proper management of grazing, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents and waste, stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes, and proper management of wastelands as well as controlling mining activities. So these are the ways wherein we can conserve land resources. Okay students, once again, ways to conserve land resources: afforestation, planting more and more trees, okay, and proper management of grazing. We should see to it that overgrazing doesn't take place, okay, and proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents of waste, stabilization of sand dunes, okay, especially in desert region by growing thorny bushes, as well as proper management of wastelands and controlling mining activities. Okay students, so by these we can conserve land resources. I hope it is clear. Now students, it's time for quiz. Let's begin. What is the total geographical area of India? Option A, 3.25 million square kilometer. Option B, 3.20 million square kilometer. Option C, 3.22 million square kilometer. And option D, 3.28 million square kilometer. Yes, which is the correct answer? Yes, you are right students. The correct answer is 3.28 million square kilometer. Very good. The total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. Next question. Dash % of our basic needs for food, shelter and clothing are obtained from land? 70, 80, 90, 95. Yes students, which is the correct answer? Yes, you are right. Option D, 95% is the right answer. 95% of our basic needs for food, shelter and clothing are obtained from land. Very good. Next question. Which one of the following is the main cause of land degradation in Punjab? Option A, mining. Option B, deforestation. Option C, over irrigation. Option D, overgrazing. Yes, which is the correct answer? Yes, you are right. Correct answer is option C, over irrigation. Very good. Next question. The mountain share in the total land area is option A, 30%. Option B, 27%. Option C, 43%. Option D, 40%. Yes students, which is the correct answer? Yes, you are right. Option A, 30% is the right answer. So students, I hope you have understood the topics covered today. The remaining topics we'll cover in our next video. Don't forget to read the textbook. Meet you in the next video. Till then, bye and take care.